Hello, guys, and welcome to another solo episode. Last week was the first time since I started the podcast where I took a week off and didn't have an episode come out. And I appreciate the patience and the understanding. Life has definitely been busy. And I actually wanted to share some life updates, some pregnancy updates during this time, and then also share some things that came through specifically, messages that came through on the eclipse and with this eclipse portal that we're in, because the eclipse is not over. The full moon lunar eclipse is over, but we're still in this portal between eclipses. There's going to be one in Virgo at the end of this month. And this time brings a lot of change and a lot of shifts. So I wanted to chat about that here as well. So I'm going to start with a little update on my end. Things have been it's been like a super packed and productive season, which feels amazing. I feel like ever since I announced my pregnancy, we moved homes, and I can't even believe I'm at the end of my second trimester. I just feel this fire and desire of so much that I want to get to before the baby comes. And there's like so much love and energy that needs to be put into this space and this community. There's so much I want to get to here specifically. Meditations I want to share, things I want to have prepped and ready so that there's no pause in resources while I take a bit of maternity leave. I'm overflowing with creativity, creative ideas, and that creative energy. And I want to make sure that it's all ushered into this community that we have. So there's like a ton of love, a ton of energy here, and it's going to take us through. So basically what I've been doing is working on some meditations specifically for a program that I'm launching soon, which some of you might guess what it is, but that's going to be coming out on the 21st of September, which I can't wait for. Something I've been working on for 2 years, stop and go. And now it's finally time that it can launch and I can share it, which I'm so excited about. And just other meditations too outside of that program that we've been just putting so much love and all of this like juicy connected energy towards that we've been creating. And yeah, my plan is to hopefully take end of December when I'm due, January, February, some of March off, or at least take the pressure off myself and have all the meditations ready, set, planned, so that I could take some time and just really be present with this new chapter and that the community can be provided for and supported as well. So that's been a lot of fun and it's been really fueling me. And I can't help but think about how for the past few years, it's been like so touch and go with when I feel aligned and when I feel out of alignment. And I just feel very supported by that connectedness to my soul's work and my soul's purpose right now and to this community that I'm like endlessly grateful for. And I just want to get it all in. And outside of this, I'm also doing things in the home because as you know, we just moved. So I'm trying to just get the home in order. I eventually want to work on the nursery. I haven't even really gotten to that yet, but early October, I think I will. I'm organizing my closet right now. I just had my closet built, which is really exciting. I could start wearing different clothing because since mid-July when we started packing up our house, I left like 2 weeks worth of clothes out for myself. And I've just been re-wearing the same things over and over. You may or may not have noticed. Yeah. So now I just feel like a little bit more settled, a little bit more organized. But I will say that this time of year is always a hard one for me, like how to dress, because we're in between summer and fall. And I'm not like so fashion forward that I'm just going to be dressing hardcore for fall because it's after Labor Day. I like to honor the weather and the seasons. So I'm just trying to find my groove with like how I'm dressing, and nothing in my closet fits me right now. So I'm just trying to purchase some new things and make myself really comfortable, but also enjoy this time of having a bump and dressing a bump because I've waited so long for this and I want to soak up every minute of it. And that's another update. I am at the end of my second trimester and I actually cannot believe it. It's going so fast. And I was really thinking about how I never thought I would get to this space of being able to be completely present and enjoy my pregnancy because of how difficult the journey was here. And I just didn't know. I didn't know if I would ever be able to just enjoy. And I really have been in the second trimester. I've been feeling so good. I've had so much energy, so much that like I feel my best. Like when I would feel my best pre-pregnancy, that's what I feel like right now. My second trimester, I'm doing challenging workouts. I've been obsessed with the Sculpt Society. I love Megan Roop, and her workouts are, I think, very intense and spicy, but they're so like grounding and it feels so good in my body. I also feel like Virgo season has supported me to really like ground back into the routines and habits that feel good for me and get back on track. Also, I was thinking about this. Like, I feel like now that it's not so hot and it's just like beautiful here in New York, I have more energy because in the summer I would just like go for a 2 to 3 mile walk and be done. And it was super hot. Like I was doing it in the morning, but still like it was a lot. It took a lot out of me. And now I could like go for a walk and do a workout. And I just feel really good and supported. But I can't believe that I'm coming to the end of my second trimester. I absolutely love being pregnant, as I knew I always would. I'm not going to be someone, first of all, I think my pregnancy has been beautiful and blissful. Like I don't really have a reason to complain. But I also decided a very long time ago that as soon as I have this healthy pregnancy and this experience, there would be nothing to complain about because I waited so long for this and I would just enjoy every second of getting big and tremendous and anything that came along with it. But again, easy for me to say because I feel really, really good and I understand if other people have reasons to complain or don't feel as good, but I don't know, I'm just feeling really good. One thing that I'm doing every day is making myself lay down for a period of time before bed so that I can allow my feet to have a break, my legs have a break, raising them, elevating them, and just making the conscious effort of rest. That's been hard, especially in such a busy season. But once I've done that, it's been such a game changer. Like I was waking up for a few days or maybe a few weeks. My feet felt tired like soon as I woke up and they felt puffy. And I was like, oh no, we have a long way to go. This cannot happen yet. And taking that time and of course, making sure I'm really hydrated has really, really, really helped. Some other things that I've been doing, just being pregnant and also running 2 businesses and also like wanting to be there with family and my husband and all the things. I've been consciously using my time, like realizing how the more you have to do, the less time you have, but you need to be smarter with it. And it's really helped me to hone in on what's important. So some things I quickly realized was that I had to go back to like a pre-sunrise wake up. Luckily, the sun is rising a little bit later these days, not as early as the summer, so it's not as hard. But like a 6:30, the latest wake up for me right now is what has to happen because I need a head start on the day. I've been prioritizing, soon as I wake up, a long and deep meditation. And this has waxed and waned for months, depending on how I felt in my pregnancy. But right now, it's so important for me to tune in for my energy, but also for the frequency and the energy of this being that's going to come in. And I want to really start my day in the most connected way. So I've been really prioritizing that. I also have been reading about pregnancy and the spiritual aspects of pregnancy a little bit every day because I want to make sure that I'm really soaking in every moment of this journey. I waited so long to be pregnant and it's going by so quickly and I just want to be so present with it while juggling all my other responsibilities and just taking time to sit and to read and to focus on what is happening in my body, I feel like is a beautiful way of just being grateful and present with the process. So that's something I've been doing. I've also been just eating really well, like a lot of protein, a lot of fruit, trying to get even more vegetables in. I feel like once I started eating more protein in my diet, I kind of like not strayed away from vegetables. They're always part of my life, but like was not getting a variety that I would typically get when I was like plant-based. So just being aware of that and trying to get a really well-balanced diet, giving the baby exposure to all different things so that together we can be really good eaters and our healthiest selves. I've been doing a lot of mangoes and kiwis, which I hear are good for pregnancy. That's something I try to eat a lot of. And berries, of course, because of all the antioxidants. I recently ordered frozen blueberries from a farm in Maine. It's called Josh Pond. And I get their wild blueberries. So they're like fresh right off the vine or right off the bush and flash frozen, sent to you frozen. And I've been adding them to smoothies and they're like really good. And I know I'm just getting a lot of nutrients. In addition to that, I of course take my prenatal vitamins every day, my omega, and then electrolytes every day. Those are like 3 things I focus on. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. So I'm trying to think if there's any other updates. I've been feeling him move since 17 weeks. I felt movement before that, but I felt my first real kick at 17 weeks. And my doctor didn't really believe me because she felt that was early. But I was I'll never forget it. I was in acupuncture. I put my hands on my lower belly and it literally felt like something kicked my hand. And I was like, no way. I'm like, that, what? And from there, it is just something I've been experiencing each day. He's kicking right now, actually. It's interesting to feel him move from like lower parts of the abdomen and now today like up, like towards the ribs. I'm like, this guy's really growing, thank God. But it's my favorite part of the day. I'm literally obsessed. Vinny is like, Erica, you need to relax. Like all you want to do is feel baby kicks. But it's just such a nice way of connecting and again, coming into the present moment of this beautiful in-between and this beautiful portal that I'm in right now. So that's pretty much it with the pregnancy updates. The next time I go to the doctor, I have to do the glucose test and I have to do, I believe, like sonogram with measurements. My doctor originally told me that I could make up my own glucose test and do like orange juice because that's what I asked her to do. I love this like all organic, 1 ingredient orange juice, like literally oranges, that's it. I have to like revisit that with her and make sure that's still the plan. But I'm looking into, Vinny really wants to take some classes before the baby comes. We definitely want to come up with a birth plan on how right now we're working with the doctor and we're projected to give birth in a hospital, but I'm really open and I've been listening very, very, very clearly to any messages that come through about that because there is a part of me that wants to do a home birth. I know that could ignite a lot of fear in other people, but me and Vinny really would like to do that. And I feel like my mentality is if it's possible, of course, I can achieve that as long as everything leading up to it is looking good and healthy and safe. We're learning. I have a meeting with a doula that's coming up and I'm going to talk to her about it. I have like a lot of questions about it and we'll go from there. So we're open. And I also spoke to the baby this week and just said, this keeps coming in. I want to know what you feel best with. Give me signs, communicate with me. Let me know the path we're meant to go together. So that's kind of how I'm approaching that. But I do want to do some birth classes. I heard of hypnobirthing. I am really interested in, but honestly, like, I don't want to be ignorant or naive, but I do feel like my practice has given me a head start on how to handle birth. And of course, I have not done this yet. I have no idea what it's like. I'm going to find out soon. But I feel so confident in my intuition, in my connection to my body, my connection to the baby, that I do feel like I have a bit of a head start. And then now I actually have to learn just more specific things about birthing and hear from other people's experiences. But overall, I have a really positive vision of birth. I've never been afraid of birth. I know a lot of people that go in with like a lot of fear. I only get fearful when I hear other people's stories, which I mean, I get it. Like that's how you learn and there's value in that for sure. But innately, I feel really excited to go through the birthing process and to have that experience. So we'll see where it's meant to be and how it's meant to be. So I wanted to chat a bit about the eclipse energy and some messages that have been coming through with this eclipse energy and some things that we can do during this portal and this window. So eclipses are a time of change, of shifts, of redirection and realignment. And to be honest, there isn't a lot that we specifically have to do for an eclipse, but the one thing that I think is most important is staying aligned to our energy, staying clear. And that's why we did a really powerful clearing at the in-person event / virtual event we had on that Saturday. And then we also did a members live on Monday, which was about keeping the body clear and then coming into this meditative state and this receptive state. And we focus on the subtle body. The subtle body is the energy beyond our physical. It's our senses. It's our intuition. It is the telepathic part of us. It's the intuitive part of us. It's a place where we receive information beyond the eyes and the ears. And the truth is, we all have access to this. Pisces, it is such a powerful spiritual energy that we're offered through this eclipse. So the eclipses are in opposite signs, Pisces and Virgo. The sun is in Virgo right now. And today, I'm filming this on Monday. Today, the moon is still in Pisces, but it's going to transition out of that. So with this previous eclipse, we had this combination of grounding, of earthing, of being in the present, all that it offers us while expanding spiritually. And we can see what themes might come in for us. It might be super spiritual themes or more earthly themes, but we can see what's coming in for us based off of our rising sign and based off of our birth chart and where Pisces falls in our chart, where that placement is. So you can always check out your birth chart, check out what house it's in or where it is in your chart and the themes that go along with that. I have previous podcasts with Alice Bell that breaks down the houses and the themes of each house that can guide you as well as a resource. But any of the podcasts with her have been so helpful in helping us to really tap into the astrologer within and to learn more about our personal birth chart. But the themes that have been coming up and the downloads that I've received personally, they might resonate with you. And it's funny because when I share things that are coming through for me, I get so many messages of like, I can't believe you said that. I was experiencing the same thing, or I received the same message, or that's just what I needed to hear. So I know that we're all connected through this collective consciousness. And chances are, if I'm feeling it, you may have too, or you might on your journey at some point. I feel like I really got back to my roots with my practice and the power of Kundalini, why I've fallen in love with it and why I've stayed consistent and in love with it. And it really does encompass that energy of Virgo, physical, earthly, to Pisces, spiritual expansion, boundless, realms beyond the earth. So with Kundalini, we are using the physical body. We're actually using movements, angles, breath work, like a manual lymphatic massage through the breath, through the movements to move energy in the body. Our physical vessel can hold energy. It can hold on to energy. And we need to find a way to move it, to clear it, and to create space. And of course, that's amplified for a full moon and an eclipse. So through the movements, through the breath work, we are clearing space. We're moving energy through the body. And then as soon as space is cleared, something comes in and takes up that space that has just been cleared. And it's through the meditation, through the intention, through the high frequency of the breath work or the mantra that then begins to settle in the space that was once taken up by trauma or stagnant emotions or the past, memories of the past, or whatever it may be. So it's a powerful technology that's helping us to move energy, to sit with our energy, have the awareness over what is being held within us, clearing that space, and then bringing in a new frequency. literally the physical connected to the spiritual, using the physical as a path to the spiritual. And this cosmic event has helped me to really just remember again. There's so many moments in my life where I remember why the practice is so important. But this, I think with this practice, like I said, this cosmic event, it just truly landed. I was reminded of the importance. I was reminded of that power that the practice brings us. I was reminded of what it awakens within us and that magic, beautiful connection to something greater than us. And I see that as that beautiful Pisces energy, that dream-like energy, that magic, that spirituality that lives within us. And being able to embody that in this earthly realm, being a human and being spiritual, having a very spiritual experience as a physical human. Something else that has come through, and I know a lot of people think about this, and I know it because I was asked a lot about this theme. And in the years past, it never applied to me. And then over the past few years, it came to me in a forefront. So let me tell you what I'm talking about, and then we'll talk about it further. So people have asked me, like, how do you put yourself out there? How do you not care what other people think? How do you just share in such a public way? And to be honest with you, when I first started all of this, I didn't care. I knew I had something that helped people, and that was my number one priority, to get my message out there and offer this practice to those who are open to it. And then over the past few months or years, what started to happen was outside energy kind of like infiltrated my mind. I would hear the voices of like critics. And I don't know who exactly these people are, but I think it was triggered through content that's being created. Like a lot of content that like puts down other people's views and perspective. Like I feel like on social media, there's a lot of like, you're hearing this and this is wrong, and I'm going to tell you what's right. Like a lot of that energy, I think, has been spewed out over the past few years. And it really impacted me until recently, until I really realigned onto my path and started going deep again in my practice and seeing the importance of it and my true why of why I do this, why I share it, why I practice it myself every single day. And it's like, this was the revelation I had. There are so many truths that live out there. And guess what? No one else's truth has anything to do with our own truth. And when we are coming from a genuine and a space of integrity and a space that feels truthful to our soul, nothing else matters. It doesn't matter what anyone else will say or think or feel based off what we're sharing. When we're so aligned to our own voice, our own vision, and our soul's purpose and mission, nothing else matters from there. And I am so grateful that the Eclipse brought this revelation to me, because I think it's something that's been impacting me and how I get my message across over the past few years. And I've seen a shift already, and I'm feeling into the shift that I'm being brought through right here and right now. So I just want you to remember that too. Like if you have something to say, if you have a belief, I feel like social media is so quick to put down other people's beliefs and then come out, like creators come out with like theirs as the superior thought. And the truth is that's like, we could come to the space of like, nothing's true at all unless it resonates with us. And nothing is right or wrong until it resonates with us. Then it's our right or our wrong. It doesn't feel right for us, or it feels right for us. So just overcoming any of those feelings by going within yourself, by realigning to your truth, realigning to your light, and also practicing non-judgment on others. Because if you're judging other people, you're judging yourself. If you're judging yourself, you're judging other people. So if you want a really quick way to overcome the voices in your head of judgment or the fear of speaking your truth, stop judging yourself, stop judging others, stop judging others. You'll stop judging yourself. I swear by that. I really do. So that was something that was coming through, and hopefully that's helpful to you as well. The other thing is that we all have seasons. We have seasons of overflow of abundance. We have seasons of lack. We have different chapters and experiences in our life. And no matter where we're at, it's fleeting, it's temporary. And just to always remember that wherever you are right now, whatever it is you're going through, try your best to just be present with it, allow it to flow, completely surrender to the change. And this is going to be a theme as we're in the Eclipse portal. Completely surrender to any changes that are occurring and just continue to align to your truthful frequency, to the energy of your soul, to the energy of your truth. Because sometimes that's all we can do. All we can do is feel into whatever we're feeling, allow whatever's happening on the outside to occur while we stay grounded and rooted into our truth and into our faith, into our deep inner knowing. That would be the number one piece of advice I would give during the eclipse season. Don't try to force, don't try to control, don't try to go above and beyond with manifesting. Just align your frequency, hold the frequency, be, and allow things to flow. So I hope this was helpful for you. I thank you guys for tuning into just life updates, pregnancy updates, and also messages and lessons that came through for the eclipse. And I have a few other solo episodes planned and a special guest episode coming up too that I'm really excited for. So if you feel like this resonates with you and you want to share it with a friend or will resonate with someone else, please feel free to share this link, rate and review the podcast. If you appreciate tuning in each week, it means the world. And if you have any other questions that you would like answered on our next Q&A episode, please write them in. I would love to answer them here and just to chat a little bit more deeply on anything that you want to talk about specifically. Thank you for being here, and I can't wait for next time. Sat Nam.